mile downhole, taking like once north, 45 miles. All right, you guys. Welcome in for little severe weather just outside of Omaha Metro up to the north. Still trying to get everything set. All right, so we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out for $half size hail. This will be for Takema, Herman, and Arizona. First severe thunderstorm warning right now was actually for Hooper, Nebraska. So Hooper winds low. I believe that's everything in this one. So this is tracking northeast at 40 miles an hour. So already a storm report up here, 1 mile north of Winslow, 1 inch size hail. Sorry, I was actually outside working in the yard and all my alarms were going off. Could not figure out what was going on. Let me see. Back that out a little bit. All right, we're going to kind of kick this camera over to the north a little bit. Come on. All right. Well, while it's trying to wake up, we're going to kind of kick this camera in this general direction where the storms are. So you guys see, we can at least see kind of the backside of them. Sorry, you guys are seeing all my wires and stuff. All right. All right, so back in that area, that is where we are seeing the severe thunderstorm warnings. All right, once again, severe thunderstorm warning over towards Scribner. So we're Hooper and Herman and Takema. You guys are all underneath the severe thunderstorm warning. We're looking at roughly $half size hail and up to 50-mile-an-hour winds. The main severe threat for these storms right now are actually large hail. So we're going to back up just a little bit, zoom out. We do have some storm activity starting to fire up central Nebraska out toward to the north of Kearney, to the west of Grand Island. We'll take a quick peek out there. Right now, it's just moderate to heavy rain showers out there. We'll have to see as this starts to push east and then southeast with the front coming through. We'll have to see if these actually turn severe later on. We'll have to wait and see. But for right now, we'll come back over to these severe thunderstorm warnings. Once again, if you guys are just joining us, thanks for joining in. Hit that like and subscribe button. I am from the Omaha Metro, so anything, of course, around here, severe wise, I usually go live if I'm not at work. So appreciate everybody tuning in. So once again, just to the north of Nickerson and Fremont, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Hooper, Takema, and Herman. So once again, we are looking at $half size hail up to 50-mile-an-hour winds for the next 49 minutes for here. Still a pretty good storm just on the north side of this. Just went through West Point and on the north side of Oakland. here in Nebraska, heading toward over across the Iowa border, Ottawa and Salone. All right, so still on the Nebraska side, went through West Point, Oakland, Lions. You guys are getting thunked by some pretty good heavy rain right now, and Bancroft. So yeah, outside working and hearing my alarms go off, and I had no clue what was going on. Didn't even know this was around. All right, for everybody here, let's just see what's going to go on later on with the latest models here in eastern Nebraska. We'll kind of take a quick peek on what possibly could happen. All right, so this is kind of right now where they're looking. It's off a little bit. All right, so this is noon, 2 o'clock. All right, there's 4 o'clock. There's 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, we could see some cells around here. Unfortunately, by this time, I will actually be at work, so I will not be covering this. So definitely have some discrete supercells down here in northern Missouri, south central Iowa, and even western Iowa. Just north of Council Bluffs. And like I said, this is just a projection on what could happen. This actually could form a little bit further to the west on the Nebraska side. So we'll definitely have to wait and see. So this is 5 p.m. this evening. Starts to move eastward. So this is 8 p.m. tonight, and then so forth. So our main action here, probably in eastern Nebraska, will probably start about the 5 o'clock hour. Could be 2 o'clock, 3. So yeah, could start around 3 o'clock too. So this is just a quick, probably the initial storm that is going to start firing off for the rest of the day. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So, I'm going to cover this warning really quick, and then I do have to run to the post office to file my taxes. And then I will actually be back. All right, we're going to zoom back in. All right, so Herman and Takema, you guys are in path of this. There's actually some pretty good size hail in here, to be honest with you. Yeah, definitely if you're in Takema or Herman in eastern Nebraska, definitely some pretty good size hail going to fire up over there. When you start to see some blue shades in there, you know you have some pretty big size hail. All right, one more time. Just went through Hooper on the way to Takema and Herman in east central Nebraska. Pretty good size hail. Once you start to see blue, these are $half-dollar size hail. I would not be surprised if even this was a little bit bigger than $half-dollar size hail. We have a lot of blue in there. Let's look at the hail liquid. Yeah, we're having some pretty good size hail. This is actually pretty destructive hail that is going to head toward Takema and Herman, east central Nebraska. So we're talking just north of the Omaha Metro. So we have Fremont to the north, Blair to the or Fremont to the south, and also Blair and Omaha is just to the southeast. All right. Once I start seeing these blues in here, this is a little bit bigger than half-dollar size hail. So we could be looking at ping pong size hail out of this storm here very, very shortly. All right, once again, we're still looking at storms off to the west toward St. Paul, Grand Island, Kearney, and just south of Ord. Um, this will probably start to be a line of uh, could be strong thunderstorms for the afternoon hours. So we will definitely we'll have to definitely wait and see what these turn into. All right, for this severe thunderstorm warning, if you are definitely in Herman or Takema, you guys are definitely going to be seeing anywhere from half-dollar size hail up to ping pong size hail out of this storm. All right, so they did just allow the other severe thunderstorm warning to expire for the Scribner, Hooper, and Nickerson area. This storm has moved through, so of course you guys can see it may move right in between. I believe this is Highway 275 that runs up through Herman and Takema, if I remember right. I believe it's 275. Am I right? Highway 75. Thought it was 275. All right. So Highway 75 running straight up through Herman and Takema. So definitely seeing some pretty good sized hail in here. Actually, a little bit of couple inflow notches coming in too, a little bit. Nothing here and nothing here. So yeah, definitely no rotation in these. Just kind of kind of funny looking on here. Kind of see a little inflow notch, but absolutely no rotation. All right, we'll wait for this new scan to come in and we will see what's going on. So yeah, apologies. I was outside working in the yard and hearing my alarms go off inside for severe thunderstorm warnings. Had no clue what was going on. So hurried up, got done with what I was doing, and had to make a thumbnail really quick. And yeah, try to get on as quick as I could for you guys for these severe thunderstorm warnings. So sorry for being a little bit late. All right, so a couple storm reports out here toward Schuyler and North Bend and Rogers. We'll take a quick peek at a couple of these out here. So 1 inch size hail out here. Let's see, east side of Schuyler, 1 inch size hail, 2 miles east. Schuyler Rogers, we have 1 inch size hail. Found this channel when I was new to this kind of weather. I reduce my stress, watch and listen, and was thanks for what you do. Hey, appreciate you. Yeah, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. We try to go live as much as we can. Now, it is pretty tough. I am a manager of a restaurant, so it is tough because I do work full time. But when I'm not working and in line with severe thunderstorms, I try to get on, as quick as I can to give you guys, live coverage and ease your mind on where this storm is and what it's doing. I thought I just saw some lightning out there on my skycam. maybe not. But appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the compliment. All right, once again, in between Herman and Takema along Highway 75, you guys are going to experience anywhere from half-dollar size hail up to ping pong size hail. Well, there we go. I called it even before it happened. So we are definitely looking at ping pong size hail out of this storm. So once again, even before it happened, I called it. So I knew it was bigger than half-dollar size hail. Radar was totally indicating otherwise. Um, so biggest threat in these areas. So if you are traveling along 75 just north of Herman, where you see the blue spot, it is going right over Highway 75. So if you're in Takema or Herman, be on the lookout for ping pong size hail. All right. We'll kind of put this into motion a little bit. You guys can see which way it's definitely heading. All right, so if we're doing a pathwise, let's see how fast this is actually moving. All right, so this is moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. So we're going to put a little track on this. All right, I'm going to give benefit of the doubt, give it a little bit more advance notice. So it's going 40, but I'm going to put it at 45. People really need to be aware of this storm and how long they have. All right, so we are getting a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's put a track on this really quick. All right, give me 2 seconds. My alarm's going back off. All right, Pisgah, Moorhead, and Soldier. You guys are in the path of this storm, and you guys are over in Iowa. So 24 minutes, 32 minutes, and 40 minutes. If you guys know anybody in this area, let them know. Ping pong size hail is, this is a pretty destructive storm right here that's heading your guys' way. Definitely, you have, I'm giving you at least 30-minute warning for this storm. So once again, if you guys know anybody on the Iowa side over here, give them a heads up. All right, once again, now we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for golf ball size hail now and up to 50-mile-an-hour winds. This is, like I was saying, considerable damage threat. So if you are in line of this severe thunderstorm, there is considerable damage if you are underneath here. I mean, these are golf ball size hail. You get hit with one of these, it's going to smash car windshields, break glass on patio furniture. This is going to damage siding on houses, roofs. Um, this is a pretty intense storm right here. So definitely, uh, it's just crossing 75 right now. So if you are in between Takema and Herman on the Nebraska side, it is crossing you now. We have ping pong size hail. It's going to be crossing the river here very shortly. So if you are in Arizona, um, Damien, Little Sioux up toward Lois Hills State Forest, Lois Hill State Forest, in Pilsguy. Yeah, Moorhead, and I can't even read what's up there. Need my glasses. Or in Dunlap. I mean, if you guys know that you guys are in this warning, you guys really need to stay away from windows in here. This is a considerable damage storm right here. And actually, it just keeps intensifying on the hail core. So once again, it's going through eastern Nebraska now, going through Takema and Herman, like dead center across Highway 75 right now. Going to be crossing the Missouri River here very shortly and coming into Iowa. I believe I even have a subscriber. You know what? She might just be all right. So she is actually just to the south. She's in Modale. So she's going to be safe. All right. But if you are in uh, Lodaman or Little Sioux on the Iowa side, you guys need to be in your safe place right now. At least get away from windows. It's pretty too late to get your cars in the garage right now. But yeah, you guys just need to be safe out there. This is a destructive storm with golf ball size hail. Not a lot of winds, but still, golf ball size hail. Pretty considerable damage if it hits your vehicle, hits you, hits anything. It's going to put holes in siding. And that would be like due north. That is like straight up that way is where the storm is. All right, I don't know if we looked at this one or not. Did we look at this 1 inch in Winslow? Yeah, we did. That's over in Dodge County. All right, so it does look like the hail has diminished just a little bit, which is good. So it is starting to go on the down low, but still, we're still looking at considerable damage. You know, we're talking just probably golf ball size, just below golf ball size hail in this storm. All right, so this is for like a CC drop for a tornado, but we can kind of tell where the strongest hail is in here. Um, Definitely going to be in this. Here's like a hail spike. So we have some pretty strong hail. Oh, that's the inflow. All right. I think we're just behind a scan. So this hail is just crossing the Missouri River now. So here pretty soon it'll be out of the Nebraska side going into the Iowa side. So once again, if you're even in Modaman, Pisgah, Moorhead, um, s- uh, Soldier, or Dunlap, you guys are still in this warning. And this warning is like no joke. This is a destructive, severe thunderstorm warning. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button for me. You know, we try to go live, whenever we can. When we're not working our full-time job, we try to go live for severe weather like this. And it just so happens that I am not working this morning, but I am working tonight and have a chance to go live for this really pop-up severe weather event over in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. So do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. All right. Once again, they did just consolidate this severe thunderstorm warning just a little bit. So Herman and Takema, you guys are still in this warning, heading across the Missouri River over into Iowa. But we still have some at least ping pong size hail in here. We still have some blue pixels in here, which is indicating, still a destructive thunderstorm with pretty good size hail in it. All right, so there's approximate times it's going to be in Pisgah. You got 10 minutes, Moorhead 19 minutes, and even just outside of this severe thunderstorm warning, because it is heading your way. Dow City 41 minutes, and over toward Denison probably about 45 minutes. So you guys can kind of see the track that this storm is heading. This is how many minutes you have until it gets to your location. So you still have a little bit of time. If you have a vehicle outside, patio furniture outside, any furniture that you do not want destroyed by up to ping pong size hail, I would get it in now. All right, just crossing the river now. So Modaman, it is like just to your north. So I think you guys are going to be spared a little bit of hail. You guys may get a little rear flank hail with the wind on the rear flank of this. So you could still see up to about quarter size hail. But this hail core is actually growing again. So once again, we're going to see if you are in Pisgah, you need to be, your stuff should be already indoors, put away. You have a matter of probably about 7 minutes to get things put away like quick and then get away from windows and just to an interior, at least part of your house. Just want you to be safe because if this ping pong hits your window at 50 miles an hour, yeah, it's going to do a little bit of damage. So I want everybody safe. Get into an interior place of your home. Just be safe. After this passes, then you can access assess the damage. All right. So once again, as soon as it goes through Pisgah, Moorhead, Soldier, Dunlap, you guys are all next in line. It's just a matter of time. This is on a dead path to the northeast. If you are in this severe thunderstorm warning, you need to take this serious. Not tornado wise, but destructive hail size. Actually, I kind of wanted to read this really quick. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until noon. Let me see. Southeastern Monona County and Harrison counties over into Iowa. Severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles southwest of Little Sioux, 6 miles east of Tecumseh. Uh, Moving northeast at 40. Ping pong size hail is the main threat. Reports. Blah 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 blah. Core size 4 miles north of Herman. Okay, so this is just a little. I'm looking at this a little bit later. But, all right. All right. Once again, if you guys are now in Tacoma or Herman on the Nebraska side, and even Arizona and Nebraska, you guys are pretty good. They should be able to allow this severe thunderstorm warning to basically uh, leave before the 23 minutes. So this severe thunderstorm is already on the Iowa side. All right. So for you Iowa people over there, all right, so this will be just north of Modaman. So hail size has intensified greatly. So if you are in Little Sioux, you guys need to be in your safe place away from windows. Let this cell come through. We're even getting a little scatter hail on the south side of this. So Lois Hills State Forest and Pisgah. Man, say that fast over in Pisgah. Uh, yeah, it's just like a forest area or whatever, but people may be hiking over here in there. Big time hail. All right. And it's on the path to Moorhead in Dunlap. You guys need to be in your safe place. Yeah, man, look at that latest scan. That is crazy. That is definitely at least ping pong size hail over here. Pisgah, I would definitely be in your safe place if you are in Pisgah. Just get away from windows. All right, what highway is this? I can't even tell. It's not even telling me. I don't know, but it's right there. So 170th Street, Hillside Ave. If you know the Pisgah area, kind of know where this is. So here's Pisgah up here, the little small town just up here. So they may just escape this and have this go just to the south. I mean, they may get lucky because from here down to here, this is some huge hail. I'm gonna look at the track and man, it's going to be really close. This may just go either right into Pisgah or just to the south. So if you guys are new, appreciate you joining in. Hit that like and subscribe button for me. What we're talking about is really severe hail, not anything tornado threat wise, but we are looking at ping pong, if not larger size hail in this storm. This is a destructive storm right here, just on the fact of hail mode. Let's see. This is absolutely like enormous. This is a crazy hail core. All right, there's the latest scan. I think Pisgah, you're going to get take a direct hit on the north side um, of this cell. I do think you guys are going to get hit by some big hail. All right, so Little Sioux, you are just on the backside. Excuse me, backside of this now. Still receiving some heavy rain, but the main hail threat has pushed to your east. All right, next in line, Moorhead and uh yeah, roughly about Moorhead and Dunlap could be in the path of this. And even if you look, this is moving pretty quick. So you guys got to be thinking ahead, kind of like a chess game. Think a couple moves ahead. Now, uh Charter Oak, Dow City, up toward Denison. You guys have to be looking at this right now, preparing for this. I mean, you guys still have quite a bit of time if we actually put a track on this from where it is now to you, from the main hail core. It's kind of moving in that direction. All right, Denison, you have 45 minutes. You have 45 minutes. Dow City, 32 minutes. I think that's basically what's in the path of right now through here. Uh, Pisgah, it's on top of you. Says 2 minutes. Yeah, you have less than a minute left before this hail is just pounding you. So yeah, if you guys are in these areas, you guys still have a little bit of time. And I know if this keeps going, that we're going to have another severe thunderstorm warning advance to the northeast. So if you guys know anybody out here, Moorhead, Dunlap, Dow City, Denison, give them a heads up that, hey, this is a no joke storm. Um, at least golf ball size hail or in these storms. Yeah, this is a massive hail core. Yep. Unfortunately, Pisgah, boy, you might have just escaped the big one. Let me see. You're still receiving hail. I think you're just on the north side of it, but you're at least, most you're seeing ping pong size hail, um, golf ball size, maybe a little bit lower, because I think this is tagged for golf ball size. So you might at least be seeing quarter size hail up to the golf ball size. All right, they put it down to $half size hail. I do not believe that. We might be seeing $half size hail in this part. But if you are in this part, you are seeing at least golf ball size hail. I'm telling you. And this is a huge hail spike. I mean, this right here, that right there is your hail. That is crazy. And then this is your ping pong or golf ball size hail. All right, now that it moved. So anyway, you guys know what I'm saying. So this is definitely your hail core. Purples and blues, look out. All right. So even in this case, if you are down in Woodbine, you need to take, you know, heat of this because I think this could make a just a V line to the east on this the southern part of this. We may get a severe thunderstorm warning on the south side of this, and I do think that they will expand this, of course, to the northeast. All right, so this is here. Let's take a quick peek back on the Nebraska side really quick. Let's just see if anything else is starting to develop back here. Not really seeing anything severe wise. We had a little cell, Central City, back here in Nebraska, but it looks like it's actually weakening a little bit back here. All right, so this is kind of a full view right here. You guys, it's just one cell that is like packing a punch, and it's a mean punch. All right, we're gonna kind of go back in. Once again, you guys can kind of see the advance. Dunlap here, Denison out here. Denison, you need to be well aware of this storm that's coming in. All right, so this is just 3 miles northwest of Herman, back in Burke County in Nebraska. Storm report of just an inch size hail back here. So inch would actually be like a quarter size. But then as it was gaining strength more to the east northeast, then we got the ping pong size hail. All right, let's take a quick outlook for today's. Honestly, I haven't even looked at today's outlook, severe weather outlook. Let's see what we have. All right. All right. Well, this is actually today's. So, uh, Omaha, you guys are actually in a slight risk. We are. So, very couple counties here in eastern Nebraska with slight risk, marginal risk, a little bit further to the west, and general threat out here, which that looks about right. These are just general thunderstorms out here. But the closer you get into this slight watch area. All right, so we're having slight watch from Ohio to Indiana, Illinois, even southern Michigan, Wisconsin, pretty much almost the whole state of Iowa, down into Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, north side of Texas. So these are all in slight risk for severe weather today. We'll take another quick peek. We'll look at the tornado outlook for today. All right, here's your tornado outlook. So central Iowa, you guys definitely have the bullseye. That's where we're looking at the supercell development, discrete supercells later on, probably somewhere about 5 or 6 o'clock this evening. We could have some action. Just almost starting in Pottawatomie County, just on the east side of Omaha, uh, directly eastward over to Davenport. So definitely hatched area, 5% hatched area. EF2 tornadoes or greater are very possible in this area right here. Also on the south side of that, anywhere from Springfield, Missouri, down toward Tulsa, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Wichita Falls, in Texas. Basically the same thing. 5% chance EF2 plus tornadoes in this area. All right. So that's the tornado risk side. We're going to see where this hail lines up. We're going to see if this hail lines up right over us by chance. All right. Well, we did have, definitely some, what is this, 5%? And this is 15%. So they definitely, had it. They definitely pinpointed the hail. Just so happens it's on the northwest side, but yeah, that's pretty good. We could see extremely large hail in these areas right here. So, all right. So that's your severe weather outlook for day one, which is today. All right, you guys, let's go back down here. Connie, there you are. I was just talking about you earlier. You got a little wet over there. Yeah, you're lucky because that ping pong size hail was just off to your north. John McKinney was right behind me on Highway 30 going toward Missouri Valley. No kidding. I actually saw John was actually live even before I went live. He came up on my phone. All right, you guys, this is like insane big hail. This is beyond ping pong size hail. This is destructive hail. If you are in Dunlap, you literally need to be on the interior part of your home or building. You guys need to stay away from windows. This is going to destroy car windows, home windows, siding, um, trees. It doesn't matter. This is intense hail in here. All right, there we go. This is what I was talking about. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Dow City, Denison, Deloft. Is it Deloft? I need my glasses. I was not prepared. In Manning over here in Iowa. This still says golf ball size hail, considerable damage. This actually could be, let's see, ping pong, golf ball. Yeah, I will definitely at least go with golf ball size hail starting in this. This is definitely bigger than ping pong size hail. So right there. If you are in Dunlap, I would be almost in your safe place. Get everything indoors that you can in Dow City. Dow City, you are next in line, and this may go right in between Denison and I can't even read that. Manila, Manila. Uh, yeah, just know you need to prepare like right now for this cell. Everyone okay in your family with that family emergency the other day? Unfortunately, no. Um, my wife will be having to make a trip to North Carolina here probably pretty soon. I'm going to kind of stay back, but unfortunately, no, but thank you for asking. Seriously, thank you for asking. She's gonna have to make a trip out to North Carolina, out there to her parents' house. So, all right, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Another severe thunderstorm warning, another one down toward Woodbine. Woodbine, I was just talking about you earlier. I thought this was also going to make a beeline to the east, and that's exactly what it did. Oh, give me 2 seconds. My alarm's going off. All right. Sonny, appreciate it. Appreciate you. All right, new severe thunderstorm warning. This will be for the south side of the storm, which does have ping pong size hail. So yeah, a slight little smaller. Um, so definitely if you are in, let's see, Woodbine, Erling, um, uh, Defiance, and Irwin, if you guys are in these towns, I would still take this like extremely serious. This is a massive storm with extremely large hail. If you see blue right here, and if you're going to get hit by this blue, that is worst case scenario. I'm just telling you. Worst case scenario is to get hit by this blue dot right here. Even anywhere in purple along this line, I'm going to stop this. Anywhere in this area, if you are in line right here, moving to the east, northeast, this is not a good sign. If you are definitely in the blue, so we're talking, maybe half dollar size hail, quarter size hail out here in the purple. We're looking at probably at least golf ball to ping pong size hail here in the blue. So I'm just letting you know that this is not anything to mess with. If you can get your stuff indoors, vehicles indoors, glass patio furniture, at least covered with something, a piece of plywood, anything, this will dent and destroy siding, roofs, everything in here. It is a fast moving storm. I believe if it's up to 45, it could be even 50 miles an hour now. What is it? Yeah, actually, I'm right. It is 50 miles an hour. So we are picking up speed here. We just went from 40 to 50 miles an hour, at least golf ball size hail, and up to 60-mile-an-hour wind. That is going to whip that hail even faster toward whatever your windows, siding, anything, and make it that much devastating and destruction to your property. So once again, if you are in Dunlap, Dow City, Denison, you guys really need to take this serious. Um, yeah, just bring in your stuff. And then even when this storm comes into your neck of the woods, get away from windows because this will definitely blow out your windows. Or I imagine golf balls already coming out of the sky roughly at 50, but then you're adding about 60-mile-an-hour winds to this, and it just hitting the side of your house, car windows, and everything else. Yeah, not a good sign. All right, so once again, we have about 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. These are all on the Iowa side, so we are looking at western Iowa here. So this all started way back in like Nebraska. That's why the thumbnail was saying Omaha. So now we are in western Iowa. We are approaching Dunlap. So approaching Dunlap and Dow City. And in the path is Denison. So if you guys know anybody in these areas in here, just let them know. For one, that I'm live streaming. For two, that they need to bring in their stuff. Looks like the hail not has diminished, but has gotten a little bit smaller, but spread over a wider area. I know that doesn't make any sense. So instead of one tight little area, it's kind of expanded out a little bit, as you guys can see. So we might be getting a little bit smaller here in hail, but if you are in Dunlap, you're still going to get thunked by whatever is coming. All right, yep. Dunlap, it is like just off to your west. Just no shingle work today, right? I mean, this, if you were on Dunlap, you're just going to get pulverized here in just a second with extremely large hail. So if you know anybody in this little town of Dunlap, there's going to be a lot of hard dentage there. All right, we're just going to kind of wait for the next scan to come in. Kind of want to see where this main hail core is going to be coming into. All right, so if you're definitely along State Highway 37 in Dunlap, Iowa, along 340th Street. So if you're basically at the intersection of 340th and State Highway 37, um, yeah, you're getting crushed right now with at least golf ball size hail. Sorry, we're just kind of waiting on the next scan to come in. I kind of want to see. I know Dunlap right now is getting pulverized with extremely large hail. I'm waiting to see when this next scan is going to come in. All right, here we go. All right, next scan for Dunlap. Bam. Dunlap, I am sorry. All right, Dunlap, you are seeing at least golf ball size hail right now. Car windows, windshields, house windows are probably getting broke right now in Dunlap, Iowa. So if you are in Dunlap, if you live along what was that, Iowa Ave down towards State Highway 37, Court, is that Court Street? Court Street, anywhere in here. County Road F50 coming up into Dunlap, Clinton Street. You guys are all seeing at least golf ball size hail right now. That's just destroying everything in there. Now, for you new people, we are not talking about a tornado. We are just talking about extremely large hail up to probably, well, ping pong size hail, just destroying that town right now. All right, Dunlap, you're getting it now. So, once again, if you are in uh, Dow, sorry, Dow City, I need my glasses. All right. If you are in Dow City, Denison, you guys are in next in line with us, even on the south side. If you are in Yearling or Defiance, you guys aren't seeing this big of hail up there. What does it say for you guys? It still says ping pong size hail, but I think that's going to be on the north side. If you're down here on the south side of this storm, probably at least quarter size hail on the southern edge. So if you're an yearling, at least quarter size hail out of this. But if you're a little bit further north, right along the severe thunderstorm warning border, um, yeah, you're going to definitely experience a little bit heavier. All right, town of Haley. Is Haley a town? Let's see how many people are in there. All right, there's Dow City, Dunlap, or is that the road? Sorry, that may be Haley Road. I don't know these small towns over here all that well. All right, Dow City, you're next in line for at least, half dollar size hail. This actually just made a V-line path up to the northeast from Dunlap. So wherever you see the blue, we'll back it up a little slow, and it's going up. So come through and then up. So we'll just see, um, yeah, what this does in here for Dow City. Still have a couple of blue pixels up over here, which indicates up to ping pong size hail or even golf ball size hail. I mean, when you get that big, honestly, what's the difference? I mean, we're looking at destructive thunderstorms in those cases. So they're pegging this severe thunderstorm warning for golf ball size hail up to 60-mile-an-hour winds with extreme considerable damage. If you are underneath, the heaviest core of these thunderstorms, they are producing extremely large hail. All right, so if you're on this side, you have golf balls. If you're on this side, you have ping pong balls. So, like I said, when you're about that big, what's the difference? All right, let's put a little motion on this. We'll kind of see which way it's going as we kind of see moving east, northeast. All right, so after Dow City, Denison. If you know anybody in Denison, Iowa, they are in line and path of this destructive cell that is capable of producing anywhere from golf ball to ping pong size hail. This did just go through Dunlap, small town of Dunlap, put a hurting on that little small town. All right, now heading over toward Dow City. Dow City, you're still going to see some hail wherever you see this blue. So if you're in Buck Grove, I would definitely be in your safe place. If you're in Buck Grove, Dow City, definitely just be in a safe place, get away from windows. This is expanding a little bit further to the north on the hail side of it too, bigger hail. So Dow City and Denison, I would definitely be aware of this storm. We'll have to see what this southern flank does on this. Looks like more of the big hail. I think more of the big hail is just going to go maybe south of Dow City. So Dow City, you may get lucked out with the biggest hail. Now, you are still going to receive some hail, but the biggest hail, I believe, may stay just to your south. Let's kind of just hope. This is the size of that hail, like core. This is a massive hail core that is moving east northeast. So just know the size of this thing. This is, I mean, no joke. This is 12 miles. This is 13 miles long. 12.57 miles. That is like insane, people. This is a huge hail core. So that's why I was saying anywhere in this purple blue area is hail and moving to the east northeast. All right. So here is a report out of Dunlap. So 1.75 inch size hail in Dunlap. 1.75 inch, almost 2 inches. Which probably did, some damage. That is definitely big enough to destroy car windows, put holes in the side of siding. I mean, along with 60-mile-an-hour winds, that's what we're here for. Just trying to warn everybody what's going on. Just joined is Omaha in the clear. Omaha is in the clear. Omaha is in the clear. We will just come back down. We are running radar out of Omaha. Well, it's Valley, but Omaha Valley radar, as you can see, yeah, good. We do have clouds out there. We do have looks like a small cell possibly developing just on the north side of Hastings. Let's quick see. All right, so we do have some little bit of development just on the north side of Hastings. Let's see how this kind of blew up. All right, well, my Nebraska people, we will definitely be keeping an eye on a couple of these cells as it's moving north northeast up toward Aurora. So we'll keep an eye on this. If we start getting severe thunderstorm warnings, I really need to go to the post office. I have not filed my taxes yet, and they have to be turned in by today. Hello. Appreciate you guys joining in. Thank you. My husband is on his way home from Grand Island. Dark and rainy there. Yeah, as we can see over toward GI, it is. I mean, nothing in Grand Island now. I assume he's taken 80 back home, I guess wherever you live. He's taken 80 back home. Yeah, he's going to run into some storms, a little bit on 80 coming in, but anything after Aurora and York, he should be fine. And this isn't severe. This is just extremely heavy rain right now. So, yeah, Hastings actually got a little bit right there. Man, Hastings got it. All right, little cross right there just means within the last minute we had a CG, which is cloud to ground lightning. So, had a little lightning there. So, but yeah, back toward Omaha, we could kind of probably see a line of developing storms right along right here. So we're really going to have to keep an eye out on this. So, but I'm not going to leave you while these severe thunderstorm warnings are up. When these go down, then I need to really run to the post office. All right, looks like that hail core is actually getting back bigger again. All right, so Buck Grove. Anybody in Buck Grove, they're about ready to get a thumping for some pretty large hail. Connie, Steve, is there a tornado watch already in eastern Iowa? I don't believe so, because I think my alarm would have went off. Let's just find out if we do have a tornado watch for that area, just really quick. Whoops. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. This does not take more than just a second. Let me see. We'll go down to tornado watches, tornado watches, tornado watch. All right. Connie, the answer is no. There is no tornado watches yet for eastern Iowa. Great. Thank you for the information. Appreciate it. Kathy, appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to me. I appreciate it. Let's see. What is the meaning of yellow, green, and red? All right, we'll go through that really quick. So if you're looking at light green is just sprinkles, maybe, a little bit of rain, light rain. Yellow, moderate rain. If you're looking at reds, you know, extremely, it's probably a pretty good downpour. So we'll go back to kind of where your husband could be. So it's, oranges and red. It's just a heavy downpour is what it is. So right along 80, heavy downpour. Now, little quick weather 101. When we start getting over here in this is some pretty good thunderstorms. When we start getting into the to red into purples, then we start talking extremely heavy rain, a little bit of hail starting to mix in. Now, when we're going from purples into blues, very severe hail, extremely big hail. You do not want to be underneath this blue section. And I honestly think I actually see a yellow pixel in there. All right, people, we're looking at baseball size hail just on the south side of Buck Grove. I don't know if they're gonna warn this. They're calling golf ball size hail, but folks, I'm telling you, we have a chance of baseball size hail um, in this hail core right here. If you are in Buck Grove or even just to the south of it, watch out. So that's kind of a little breakdown on the colors of this. So when you start seeing yellows inside of blues, that is what you do not want. Just honest to God, we're going to go to the correlation coefficient. Okay, when you start seeing black in here, we know what this means. So, in general terms, this is an absolute destructive hail core. If you are even in the path of this hail core, I would not want to be. This is beyond destructive. This would be a deadly hail core. Anybody in here needs to be away from windows. And I would even get to the lowest level of your home or building. This isn't a tornado or tornado warning. This is a massive destructive hail core warning. Yeah, people, this is no joke. If you live in Buck Grove, I don't know how big Buck Grove is, to be honest with you. I'm a Nebraska boy. So I think Buck Grove is up here, which Buck Grove does not look very big. Thank goodness. But right now, if you are traveling on W Ave and even heading toward 200, what is that? 270th Street, I would not want to be there right now. Man, 80,000. Okay. Yeah. This is not good. If you are in this area, this is not a good place to be. I will tell you right now. I'm waiting for them to put this as baseball size hail with damaging. I'm waiting for somebody else from the National Weather Service to see this pixel. I kind of hope they're watching the stream because they need to actually see that pixel. I think they'll probably wait for another scan and then up their warning in this part. Yellow is a thunderstorm warning, is red is a tornado warning. Yes, Connie, you are correct. So right now we have no tornado warning. So these are my polygons for severe thunderstorm warnings that have actually come out through the National Weather Service. So I have mine. Everybody does it differently. So I have mine color coded, yellow severe thunderstorm, red tornado. I have purple polygons for PDS, which is potentially dangerous situation tornado wise. So I kind of have polygons for different sources that I have. It's just easier for me to pinpoint and then me to pass on to you guys. But yeah, this storm is actually turning pretty massive. They will. So right now, if you are in Lake City, Carroll, is it Glidden, Coon Rapids, even. You guys need to be well aware of this. Did I say Lake City? Lake City, even up toward Rockwell, Lakeview. You guys, if you guys are in this, I don't even care. If you guys are in this section right here, you guys really need to be on the lookout for this cell. So if you are in my black polygon, Lakeview, Lake City, Rock City, Carroll, Glyden, Jefferson, even down here toward Coon Rapids, please, you guys need to take this like extremely seriously. Now, my polygon's a little bit big, but I am trying to give you guys a heads up warning. This is no joke. This cell right here, you need to take serious. This hail core just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, so Dow City just had a report come out, inch and a half size hail in Crawford County. This was by emergency management. Uh, that's enough to do serious damage. Inch and a half size hail. All right, we'll see where this is. Denison, you guys are getting thunked by hail right now. Well, I, don't know the size, at least inch and a half, 2 inches size hail up there. Butt Grove, this actually just went through you. Now is off to the east. This hail core is riding right along P Ave and 310th Street is where this is. So 5th Ave and 310th out toward Denison. All right. So in the latest couple of scans, that one that little pixel dissipated back again. That's a good thing. That might have just been one. That might have just been a few hail cores or hail pieces of hail that were reaching up to baseball size hail that it picked up on and then dissipated. So, all right, that's a good thing. This is a massive hail core. All right, there we go. Isn't this kind of just the polygon I just did? I mean, seriously, people. All right, actually, this is actually bigger than the one that I just did. All right, new severe thunderstorm warning. We have Manly, Accordia, Carroll, Wiley, Glyden, Coon Rapids, um, Scranton, Jefferson, Lake City. So once again, this is kind of the polygon that I kind of drew up a little bit ago. But this is no joke. This is, they're already calling for golf ball size hail, up to 60-mile-an-hour winds with considerable damage. All right. So, new severe thunderstorm warning, Coon Rapids, Carroll, Jefferson, and Lake City. So, actually, once again, my weather radio should be going off here in just a second. What's the blinking purple? Where's do I have blinking purple? Blinking purple for me is a destructive actually tornado, or it depends what color purple. I have. Are you talking here with the pixels, Connie, or what are you talking about? You know what? Let's head back over into Nebraska really quick. Let's go down to Blue Hill radar. Let's all right. Well, this storm is starting to strengthen up a little bit. Um along I-80 just outside of Grand Island to the east and just to the south of Aurora. So kind of looking at, let me back this up a little bit. Well, maybe not. So it has gained strength out of Hastings. All right. This storm is potentially getting bigger. This may be, let me check hail core outside of Aurora. All right. Maybe have P to marble size hail out here. This is not, excuse me, this is not severe warned yet. We have to get, unfortunately, at least quarter size hail to be on the severe side, but we are starting to get a little bit of hail on this side. So, uh, shoot, what was her name? Sorry, guys. Sorry, chat. What was her name? Kathy. Was it Kathy? I think it was Kathy. Kathy's husband. Yeah. So Kathy, um, yeah, you call your husband and say, I don't know where he is, of course, but anywhere from Grand Island to Aurora, definitely. And here's the latest scan for hail. So this is intensifying in hail, just on the south side of Aurora in Nebraska. So come on, we will have to wait and see on this one. Turn back to, all right, so back to reflectivity. Yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye on this. I do expect possibly here within the next 15, 20 minutes, they will put out a warning for this one. So we're going to head over here. Your big yellow blinking purple. I don't have the big blinking purple. Sorry, I am totally lost. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we're going to go back. Let's go back to this radar really quick. All right, there we go. All right, once again, if you are in Manning, Carroll, you guys need to take this storm warning seriously. Even down in Coon Rapids, Gladen,